So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 80 Extra, and we have our winner of the Ultimate Game Chaotic Revenge. So today we're going to look back at our predictions that we made at the start of the season. We're also going to merge predictions as well and kind of give a kind of an overview, a review of this season. So before we even get on with that, I want to thank Tenaditum for doing this with me. It was an incredible job from him. Obviously, I was kind of busy at times, obviously doing a work life, and this as well difficult to maintain. So I definitely thank Tenaditum for doing this for me. It was an honor, and yeah, it took around like around 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. 2 weeks.
So
It's actually good timing. I get to travel, take vacation to Porto in Portugal. So just before going,
yeah,
that's why I wanted this game to end before I go.
yeah. So it actually played out perfectly because I'm going to go vacation as well soon. Um, yeah, I mean, it was just great to do this. So let's start. Actually, let's just start with the winner first, and then we'll review our stuff later. So Coco Bear, he ended up winning this one. If you had told me in the beginning of the season Coco Bear won it, I would have I would have said, "Are you having a laugh? Are you smoking crack? Like what? Like it was too. It was very much like Disney Plus. It was like Disney Plus.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of us said not make the merge at the start of the season, and we said once he made the merge, we said like he'll be one of the earlier, like part of the jury. He goes on to win it. So that's quite a good story. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
overall, I'd say both finalists deserve a win in their own regard. And I think Coco Bear. I mean, we'll get to Coco Bear and all, but yeah, I think it's as deserved. Even if Ver won, I think Coco Bear deserved it in his own right as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this final was genuinely 50-50 where I think both of them you can make argument could have won because I'll be honest with you, I feel like this season was so much better than last season. Last season was such a chaotic mess. The pre-merge, the bees, ghost, and the dingus and all that stuff. Like it was just too chaotic, you know. And it's actually funny I say that because this season. I will say in terms of drama, I think last season was definitely more dramatic. I think we had more drama, but I think this season was definitely more standard, more
More
professional,
strategic drama than
strategic. Yeah,
emotional drama, I would say. Yeah, I think the
yeah,
twist, obviously, we said it in the pre-merge, how it went and everything, and I think the merge it delivered in its own way as well, even though it was a
yeah.
little
The
bit.
merge was pretty interesting. The merge was pretty interesting. It was a bit short. That's probably the only criticism I have. Like, I think in terms of merge, it was a bit short, but it was kind of expected. We had the active people make it, so you know,
Yeah,
it's to be expected. And to be fair, one of the challenges kind of did flop, but other than that, though, I think everything else was pretty fair. So yeah, I mean, so on a scale of 1 to 10, actually, let's rate this season before we get to the prediction stuff. How would you rate this season? And for me, would you say this season's better than last season?
oh yeah. I mean, the only way that last season's better than this season is that I won, so a little bit of bias. But I guess in terms of how the game went, I think in strategic parts, I think this season's better than last season because I feel like last season, I'll be honest, I was pretty much the only one that actually deserved the winning. But I think there were a lot of people that deserved to win this season compared to last season, I would say. So this season's
Yeah,
better.
for sure. Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, if I had to give it, it's kind of hard to say to be honest with you. I'll probably give like a 9, maybe 9.5, maybe 9, something like
I'd
that.
say, yeah, 9. And my season, probably 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this season's definitely better than last season. So let's go ahead and look back at our predictions. So we're gonna look back. Which one should we start first? The beginning one or the merge one?
I guess. I mean, we kind of talked about the pre-merge stuff during when the merge did happen, but just a quick one. Like, look, guess who's the first name there? Coco Bear, not merge. Oh
Okay, let's
no!
let's do a quick reaction. We're obviously not gonna go into depth of this one, but let's just do a quick reaction. So Coco Bear non-merge. Yeah, that was definitely wrong.
Yeah,
DKB non-merge. Now this one was wrong. But to be fair, I kind of feel like kind of got hard done by, but we were
yeah. I
ultimately right at
mean,
the end.
that's how the twist happens and all. So yeah,
Yeah,
we got a spot on, so we could say we're not surprised. Just the manner
yeah.
of it.
Eli Bun. Eli Bungo. Yeah, that was a flop.
Early boot. GG, early boot.
Yeah, Interstellar. That was a
Yeah, for you.
bad.
I said non-merge. Doesn't make it.
Yeah, I should have.
Even make the
Cruise
swap.
non-merge.
Actually, I think Kroos. I think this season Kroos was the antagonist. Him or Coco Bear, over even. I think Kroos was a big antagonist. I would say.
Yeah, I'd say if I had to choose antagonists, I'd probably say Cruz. I
Yeah,
wouldn't really say Coco Bear. I feel like Cruz was more than Titus, just because
yeah,
they had the
true.
idol, and nobody really knew him, besides Vor. So you
Yeah.
know,
Liquid. I mean, he was my winner pick. I think. Yeah, didn't work out
yeah,
in the end.
yeah, Pookie non-merge. Oh,
I mean, yeah, yeah. I
rest of
mean,
this.
at least, well, he did get eliminated by the challenge.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's
But
actually interesting though. Pookie's Oh yeah, in the last 2 seasons, Pookie's never been eliminated by the voting.
oh yeah, true. So yeah, and then Sir Titines. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably same scenario as DKB. Just the twist.
Slither. Oh,
Yeah, I mean
Slither.
Sliver. I think what really helped Sliver in this game was Coco Bet and actually having a much bigger alliance than last season. I would say
Yeah,
Sliver
yeah,
and I definitely say Sliver played a much better game this time around.
yeah. Smoth. I think it was my winner pick if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Um, So that didn't go out so well, but at least he made the merge. Ace champion on merge. This was probably one of the easy ones.
yeah.
The
First
cool guy
boot.
merge. Yeah. And the Vor non merge. Yeah, that was a horrible pick for me. Horrible
Yeah.
pick
I
for me.
mean, both of the finalists, he said non merge. At least I had Ver making the merge. At least.
Yeah. So let's actually count how many points we got here. So I got
In
a
terms of
point
merge,
for
I
okay,
got
so DKB correct. I got
I got Interstellar.
yeah. I got
Uh,
Pookie correct, so I got 2 points. Okay, let's just do it for ourselves. I got 2 points. Titanus, no. Small 3,
Small, yeah, we
4,
said. At least, yeah.
4. Bro, I got 4 points.
I got 6 points. So Ver was actually the one
Nah,
that broke it. But yeah, still
dang.
not good predictions from both of
Yeah.
us.
But that's a good thing actually. It shows how this was not predictable at all.
Yeah,
Like that actually, it shows how difficult it was.
yeah. And then final four.
Uh,
Oh god, none of them made the final four.
wow.
None of them. 30 Tennis,
Nah.
pre-merge, Liquid pre-merge, Small first boot in the merge. Eli Bongo GG didn't even make the swap round.
Wow.
And then winners, none of them didn't even make the final 6. I know one of them made the merge, but still. Both of them were back-to-back eliminations. Liquid.
And then the challenge wins.
No.
Neither of them you made the merge.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. Okay, actually, who won the most challenges? Actually, by the way, we should.
I
I
think
think it was it Vor?
probably
Or was it a tie?
Vor or Coco Bear, but I think Vor because he won 2 immunity challenges.
Yeah, I think Vor.
Yeah.
So yeah, these predictions were pretty bad. So now let's see if we can redeem myself on the merge predictions. So
I think we
7th.
kind of did it together.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, yeah, we did. We did it together once. So Smop 7th. Okay, we got that one right. That was pretty easy.
Yeah. And then 6th place was actually Sliver.
Yeah.
Instead of
And that was also easy as well.
Yes, I think comparing Sliver and Coco Bear, I think Sliver was probably actually, I don't know. In hindsight, probably Sliver was the more likely of getting eliminated between the two of them. But yeah. I think the final 5 was the crazy one. Because we had a tiebreaker.
Yeah, the 5th place, man. 5th place. Cruz, man. Cruz, man. I was like, obviously I couldn't say it at that time, but bro, I was getting word for Cool Guy. I was like, oh no, Cool Guy's out. Cool Guy's out. I was actually getting word. I was like, no.
I was like, why did who do you call this? Cruz didn't play his immunity. Why did he play his immunity idol when he knew he wasn't going eliminated? He could play in the final 5. then I think it was the cool guy would have been eliminated, which
Yeah,
actually could have helped Ver win the game, in
yeah.
my opinion. But yeah, close. Just the end game from him that got him eliminated. I feel like,
I'm sorry, that idle play was stupid.
yeah, unfortunately, because he knew the final five. I told him explicitly last time you could play his final five, decided to play a bit early, and that probably might have cost him the game, or at least like making it further in the game. I would say.
Yeah, the cool guy ended up getting third, I believe,
Yeah,
and
Pookie
then
eliminated by a challenge.
yeah, Pookie, and then yeah. So at least we got the finalists correct, but
Yeah,
obviously we messed up there.
we didn't
So
get the winner.
yeah, I mean, like it's crazy, man. Like I honestly was like when I was so convinced that War was going to win this. I was so convinced.
Yeah,
It was
I
like
think I think the main thing that probably why Vor did not win the game, I think he lost it in the final five. I think he should have maybe done a bit better trying to keep close in the game and do a lot more getting the cool guy out. If the cool guy got eliminated in the final five instead of close, I think Ver wins the game outright because I think he beats Pros or Pookie in the final two. So he at least had that option because I think he eliminates Coco Bear either by the challenge or by him taking the other over Coco Bear.
yeah, I think if Pookie had made the final two, I back to back finals, I do believe Vor would have won. I do
Yeah,
believe he
and
would have
I
won.
actually would say close loses to Vor, in my opinion, in the final two as well. That's what I would think.
Yeah, but Coco Bear made the final and he won it, and it's kind of crazy because he was picked from the winner of that challenge, so you would think, oh, the winner of the challenge is probably going to win it. Normally it
Yeah,
goes like that way, but
yeah,
this is probably one of the rare times where it
yeah. I
happens. So
think Vor was
congrats.
in a losing position. I think if Vor picked the cool guy instead, I think the cool guy wins.
And also, it's interesting you
Because
say that
I told you,
because remember it's also interesting you say that because I remember Pookie also asked, could we have voted for Vor? Because he like Vor also could have gone out of the final five.
yeah, yeah. So I think if that happened, actually,
Whoa,
with the Coco Bear, Crows, the cool guy, and who's the other one? And
Pookie.
Pookie. I think
That would have been very interesting.
just
That would have been very
just
interesting.
based on the challenge, I think either Crows or Coco Bear wins it. I think so. I still think that maybe Coco Bear wins it in the final four.
Mhm.
If that in that scenario, I think Vor lost the game in the final five because if he kept Crows and Pookie in the final four, he would have at least picked one of them because obviously you can't eliminate both from the challenge. So he would at least pick one of them, and I think
Yeah,
Ver
yeah.
beats both. But yeah, I think Coco Bear. I feel like the jury management. I think Coco Bear deserves it in terms of jury management because he secured the vote with Smurf. He secured the vote with Sliver. All he had to do was secure at least one more vote, and he got the vote from Pookie. Surprisingly, I would say.
Yeah, Pookie was the. I think Pookie was like the decisive vote.
Yeah, I thought it would be the cool guy that would decide the jury vote. Um, but yeah, overall, Coco Bear he deserved the win.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like this was kind of a unexpected winner. Like
Yeah,
this was a winner we didn't
I
expect, and
mean,
it's kind of
we
refreshing
both
to see.
said non-merge,
Like,
so
like this is like the biggest like it just shows how predictions mean nothing. Okay, it means nothing.
yeah,
Like
especially in
it,
a
it
game
means
like
jack
this.
crap.
Yeah,
It's like me predicting a dormant one. Like I predicted the bottom and only for them to make the final, but unfortunately they didn't win it. So
I mean, I said they make the final, but yeah, it's kind of like that with Coco Bear. I think Coco Bear actually played a very good game in terms of like he had one ally, that being Sliver, that he can trust to the end. That already secures your vote. And then he said the cool guy was his next closest ally. Surprised that cool guy didn't actually vote for Coco Bear because I thought the cool guy would vote for Coco Bear, but didn't. But I feel like having that one secure vote from Coca Bear, that being from Sliver, I think helped his chances of winning the game. I think both of them played a very. I think both Coca Bear and Sliver actually played the best duo game up
Yeah.
until Vor betrayed both of them, which I feel like maybe that's something that someone like Sliver would have to get used to, that betraying others could happen. But in someone like Coco Bear, I think he was, I think he deserved the win overall. I think Coco Bear played a very good game. Not one whereby it's similar to my game, but he at least secured an ally. And I think the jury management from Coco Bear was probably a bit better than Vor.
Now it's interesting. I know it's very hypothetical, but let's say Cool Guy made the final. Just hypothetically, do you think
Over,
Cool Guy would have won?
yeah, because I feel like Coco Bear and Sliver would vote for the cool guy. I feel like, and then just one extra vote, and that being Smoth. I think Smoth, Coco Bear, Sliver vote for the cool guy to win. So I'll be honest. I think Ver lost the game in the final five. If Kroos didn't get eliminated, that would have meant that the cool guy gets eliminated. I think Ver wins in that final four
Yeah.
scenario, but the
It is
final
what it
five,
is.
it ended up that Ver lost the game from there. Unless Pookie survived the challenge but didn't. But yeah, that's how it went.
Yeah. Okay, let's quickly wrap things up. So let's talk about future plans. So obviously, given the fact that the season kind of ended in a kind of a short manner, a kind of lot shorter than I anticipated, because normally these seasons take around at least a month. I was thinking that maybe we could do another season this summer. That would be mid-July. That would be after my vacation, after the tournaments have ended, and I feel like it'd be kind of a way, to do. So, obviously, if we get enough people, I would say probably around like at least 10 that I'll consider.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if we don't get enough 10, then we're obviously going to scrap that because I'm not doing August. So if we're going to do it, it'll be July. And if we don't do it, then no.
Yeah, same.
Then I am thinking this will be a really cool idea because we did All Stars in the past, right? Children All Stars. And obviously, the whole concept was to have all the finalists, the heroes versus villains. This time around, we're not going to do heroes versus villains because, to be honest with you, that doesn't really work. That doesn't really work here. Maybe in real life it works, but not with like virtually. Yeah. I don't think virtually we could do that, unfortunately. So we were thinking that maybe we could, since we have like I think 5 winners on my Discord server, we could maybe see if we could try to do a season with all the finalists. So if you made the final, you'll at least be in contention to play, and maybe we'll do that one next summer. And maybe we're thinking about doing it before the World Cup or after the World Cup. We're not doing it during. So,
yeah, I'm not doing during.
Yeah, obviously, and so we'll see. But if that does happen, it will probably be next year, though. It probably won't be this year. So, yeah, I mean, those are speculative ideas. Obviously, those ideas aren't finalized yet, but those are ideas that are coming in the works. And there's also another idea where I could compete. I could actually compete in the next season.
Oh, I would love. Please, I hope you get eliminated first.
If that happens, I may end it all.
I think I have a feeling most of them would actually do that to you. You compete, you get the first chance they can eliminate you. That's what the last.
Actually, you know what? That might be a good thing. That could just be a host. I'll just be shameless and be the host afterwards.
But yeah, that I feel like that might actually happen. I feel like.
Honestly, I don't care where I get limited. I mean, because it's kind of good to play. Like I want to play because I haven't played in a while. So, and I've actually played before a few times, but I think I won one and I got runners up one. So I think I got to 2 finals.
Yeah.
But obviously, I did with a different site community. I haven't played with my own community yet, so that would be very interesting. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those are some ideas that we have in the works. So maybe we'll do. So I'm thinking that more likely we're going to do it next year. I don't think a lot of people will be willing to do this year, but if there's a lot of people that want to do this year, we can do it this year. It's just up to you guys. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. So any final words before wrap up?
Yeah, congratulations to Coco Bear on winning the season, joining me as one of the few winners. And if there's an all winners or something like that at some point, let's see if I get eliminated first or I become the first back-to-back winner. Who knows?
Yeah. So We have our winners, aka the Star Boys.
Coco Bear.
That's just a joke, guys. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. So, like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know your ideas in the comments below. If you guys have any ideas for what we could do the next season, if you guys want to host or anything like that, let me know. Like I said, it's been a great season with both of us, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed the season. And I think, is honestly, with this community, I think it's been the best season of the three. I would say of the 3 seasons we have done, I think it's the best one of the three. So I've thoroughly enjoyed the season. So I thank you guys for participating. And yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys enjoy, guys, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys there. Peace out. And obviously subscribe to Tenant Dimes channel for football content.